Okay. Guardians Defender. But I suck at PvP. Is pink cord actually gonna... Oh, yeah, there it goes. And I can set up 2 other people for on that, so... Okay, so that actually works. Okay. Make sure my mic is plugged in. Okay, now I can hear through my headset. There we go. Okay, I can have 3 channels, so I can make use of that. It's like waiting for Crimson Eye Gaming to play Destiny. It's like, well, I'm already playing. No, there we go. Thank you. And that's... No, it should be up there, so I'll be changing that in just a moment. Because really the only other... The Destiny extension really is only useful pop-out chat. Because really that extension is only useful whenever I'm able to get subscriptions or if I'm playing trials. I won't be playing trials, I don't think, until crossplay comes out. I think everybody I know who plays trials plays on PC. Okay. What do I plan on doing? Because I know this wants me to do PvP. But I'm not sure what this next objective for this is. I'm never going to get all the daggum Guardian eliminations I need for that. Because that 20 right there was like... That was a lot of work just to get that. Cause like the best way so far to get Guardian kills that I have found with a grenade launcher is to use Wither Horde. But Wither Horde is so slow at killing players. And then if you're firing at them while they're affected by it, then you're risking getting a kill with your gun rather than the grenade launcher. And if you try to switch and shoot after weakening them down, you may still accidentally kill them, or before you get to switch, or they'll just walk out and not be affected because it deals so little damage. And I've tried taking a grenade launcher with proximity perk, so it'll explode if enemies are close to the grenade shot, but it doesn't actually seem to proc. Because it's still either it exploding after it hits someone, or explodes after a set time, and doesn't seem to actually explode if you get close to something, if you shoot close to someone. I need to go up 2 more power. Got too many quests sitting here. And I'll never actually get these sniper rifle kills. But as soon as crossplay comes out, I have some ways to cheese this. Because I'll just get up a group of friends and everything, jump into like a free-for-all Crucible match, and I'll help them with all their stuff by just letting them kill me. And I can just kill them, we'll finish off some of these. Because that'd be about the only way I'll get this done. Because I'm not good with PvP at all. And people tend to play PvP way too seriously for you to even get the hang of it. And then all those like meta weapons everybody's using. Like right now everybody's using hand cannons and shotguns, and it's pretty much the moment they pull a trigger at you, you're dead. All that stuff really needs to be dealt with. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to play Gambit. Or if I just want to run some strikes and play with my build. I know this build does not work in PvP because you can't get enough kills fast enough to keep it up. It's basically an infinite arc turret. I have the getaway artist, so I can convert my grenade into a arc soul. So I have that turret up. It actually has pretty decent DPS. Not even a full burst from it will take out the normal rank and file stuff. And then I have the Traveler's Light sidearm, because as I get kills with it, it will give me stacks that I can use to recharge my abilities. Though that's really only needed in boss fights. I'm using the middle tree for Stormcaller. Because it gives me a ranged arc melee. As I kill enemies, I can create ionic traces, which will grant energy to all of my abilities, which helps keep my abilities ticked up. That really doesn't make a difference, and really Chaos Reach doesn't make much of a difference. My discipline's not as high as it was, but I'll work on replacing it for better gear. Because I used to have that at over like 103. But just killing enemies off will recharge my abilities. I can use that to recharge my abilities. My discipline is rather high, so it kind of regenerates quickly. I wish I had Gnawing Hunger with Demolitionist, but I don't, so I don't get grenade energy for getting kills. But for the most part, without using the Traveler's... Oh, it's called Traveler's Chosen, not Traveler's Light. Without using the Traveler's Chosen, I'm typically able to upkeep the Arc Soul permanently. With just how this here is. And if not, it don't take nothing but a couple of seconds or so after it runs out to be able to proc it again. So it keeps that turret up to help clear out enemies and stuff. And then I have a mod on the gloves that kills with my super generate the elemental wells, which, because my super is arc, it'll generate arc wells. And upon picking up the arc well, it gives me energy in all three of my abilities. So I can always clear out ads and stuff with my super and refill all my abilities up anyway. And since Chaos Reach doesn't really have the damage or duration to do any real DPS to a boss or something, I'll either use it to finish off a boss, or if it's like a Hydra boss, because it can shoot through the Hydra shields, I'll use it on that. But otherwise, Chaos Reach is just for clearing out enemies, either in a pinch or if we have like a lot of yellow bars running around. Majors, you know. I ran around and tested a Voidwalker build that was basically following the same principle, but it was basically when it comes to your class, all three of your class abilities, it was basically just infinite class abilities, because it's using the Traveler's Chosen to revive your abilities if needed. So of course you would start off building up your 10 stacks of that and then just using Gnawing Hunger. But getting kills with my Void abilities would not only heal me, but it would grant energy to all my abilities. And with the Helm I was using, any Void kill I get, whether it's from my abilities or my Gnawing Hunger, triggers ability regeneration. And the quicker I kill enemies, the more time stacks onto it, or it resets, or basically it just keeps the upkeep on the buff up, so everything just regenerates faster while I'm getting void kills. So it helps keep my abilities regened. It's more of a up close thing, because the handheld Supernova is short distance, but not, I could throw my grenade still, but it's kind of short distance. I can pretty much just throw it out and hit a cluster of enemies. But then my melee ability also creates an explosion that can damage multiple enemies. I haven't tested. I kind of want to test this one here out, because I know it doesn't have this to help keep the abilities regened, but I want to see how easy it would be to keep everything up with just the helm, because I can use my melee to keep my grenade charged up, but I can overcharge my grenade to increase its damage, rather than getting a short range build, because this right here would be more of like a up close in your face kind of thing. Powering Rift will help with weapon damage to help upkeep my void kills. I'm also looking at, I have to actually play with people to test this one out, by using this with Sanguine's Alchemy. So as long as I'm sitting in my healing rift getting kills, it'll keep the duration of my rift up. Healing allies generates energy for all my abilities. I need to go this way. And you can tear that with the Lumina hand cannon, which I can shoot and heal allies. I should be able to keep all my healing stuff up for quite some time. Oh. Okay, so yeah, I was wondering if all this stuff here reset. Because I still need to reset my infamy one more time to hit this. But the enhancement prisms and the upgrade modules would be really nice to have. Okay, so I guess we're going to do some Gambit. Hopefully when I draw my competitor card for Gambit, it does Arc. Arc or Void works. I can use my assault rifle for it. Just to work a little bit on the contender card. Do this. I bought one of the exotics here earlier, so I don't have okay. So I guess we're gonna hit some Gambit. Which works for me because this is real good at filling up my laurels. It tends to be faster than any of the other game moves. Yeah, but the problem is I don't have the season pass for half this stuff. I can do that. Kill 50 Guardians with supers. Okay, well this will start the Gambit match. We're waiting for that, let me post on Twitter. I actually kind of like my new bot. little card it posts. And I kind of like that it can post for 3 channels, so I could put 2 friends up there or something also. Like I could swap up 2 people like every month that it posts for. I'm gonna hit from over here. There's a knight around here somewhere. Oh, he got it. Okay. Yeah, Gambit, because your light and stuff doesn't really count. My arc soul's not as strong as it normally would be. Okay, go ahead and deposit this. They're not dealing with the blocker, so I'll go take out the blocker and deposit this. That's my small blocker, and I just need a large blocker for the bounty. Whoop. Ah, he still hit me in there. And my eyes are kind of feeling better than they were. I had poison ivy around my eyes and they were all puffy and swollen. Now they're just a little teary. Nope, it's gone. Player. Go ahead and head over that way again. That did not seem to... Didn't even pull up the immune. Ah, crap. How much of any of these did we get done? Very next thing I'll do is work on getting my I don't have upgrade modules at the moment anyway. Give me that shard, since those are going to be useless with the next season. I'm glad sunsetting will be gone too, because a very tight limit on weapons every season is crap. Might as well collect some upgrade modules while I'm doing this. I really need some. I've tried playing my other characters, but it's like I'm not used to playing, despite the fact that I'm not used to playing the Hunter and the Titan, so I don't really have any builds for them or know like which classes and stuff I actually like to use with them. I still notice that they kill faster than my Warlock here. Because Warlock got the shaft from Bungie. But it's like I don't really know how I want to use them and stuff, so it makes it a little hard to want to use them. I'll at some point have to use them, at least to go unlock stasis on them. And then I have to work on fragments and crap too. And y'all are just gonna come over here and take all the motes that I dropped. Because I'm going to need 15 to finish up my next bounty. Thank you. I need to find that target. They came right up over into the open. I don't think I've ever seen the enemies come up this far. I think they normally stay in the area where they spawn. But I guess they can go out this way a little farther than I expected. What's that heavy ammo there? That looked like it was about to go over my head. So either that thing had a tracking module or that was just kind of crap. I know mine tracks. Where's the...
Small blocker outback. Portal's ready. Go say hello. Allies headed to the other side.
I think they fixed the arc soul because I believe the arc soul that you generate with the exotic I have triggered grenade-based armor mods, but it doesn't look like it does it anymore. Oh well, I got him. Because when he killed me, it took my turret took him down. Actually, a lot of my kills from Crucible, when I was working on my catalyst for the bow, the new bow, actually came from my arc soul here. Oh no. Super.
Invader's gone. Get him next time. Primeval compromised. Focus your fire. Your enemy called up a primeval. Finish this before they do. You're in the lead. Take down that primeval, and this Gambit's yours.
As long as they don't dilly-dally.
Vader inbound. Huh.
You couldn't have despawned like right after that. There's no way I'm gonna kill him.
That primeval's nearly dead. That primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down. Take this Gambit. Yes, ma'am. That's what I call hunt.
There we go. We got a triumph. Oh, what kind of gear? I think I got a better one than that. I don't really use fusion rifles anyway. Check the progress of my contender card. 78%. So as long as I get Void and Arc, I'm good. If I have to do Solar, that's a problem because I don't have a. I could just go swap for a Solar weapon, but kind of like my Gnawing Hunger. As soon as I can get a upgrade module, I'll power it up. I really want one with Demolitionist. I've been kind of unlucky. I had one with Demolitionist, but I tore it apart and kept this one. And I kind of regret that. And I have not actually picked up another Gnawing Hunger since I got this one. I'm not even sure if it's still in rotation. Which, even though they're not sunsetting everything, taking weapons in and out of rotation every season is going to hold back what decent guns you're going to find. But I think, like, really the only auto rifle, the only elemental auto rifle that they have out right now is let me see. I can't remember what element it is. Wait, does it not even show up in here? It's one of those new ones that they added this season. And I want to say it's also a void one too. Ah, stupid tree. I normally hop right over that and walk right up that tree and hop over. Hold on. Okay. Let me reposition myself here. But these are fallen, so my Arc Soul's actually going to play really well against these. Because their shields on the stronger ones are going to have arc element. So I'll be able to break shields easy. Just like that. My rocket launcher ammo. I normally use a machine gun, but since the rocket launcher buff this season, I think the rocket launcher is actually the better bet. Rocket launcher. But I've also noticed that you can tell which teams are going to win and which ones aren't necessarily a lot of times, because when they're sending invaders over and their invaders are having to use supers and power weapons to take out other the enemy players, you typically end up winning that match because they waste a lot of their time using a lot of their heavy ammo and their supers just to slow down the other team, that they don't have enough firepower by the time the boss comes up to take out the boss properly. Unless they've got like a really good build or rhythm going. And see, they're using, I believe that's a super. That's just one less super to deal with at the time. But for some reason, we're lagging behind. Either they've just been dying a lot and not banking moats, or the other team's been able to pull off a lot of kills. So now we just got to see how fast they can actually pull off at taking down their primeval. Because they don't seem to be able to take it down that fast. So they're obviously out of ammo. There they go. They must have just had a little bit of trouble initially dealing with the Also, that's another thing you look out for. If you're behind and they've got their primeval up and they're just summoning invaders over to your side, that also slows them down because that invader is better off helping take down the boss than come over here and slow down the players.
Your allies down, but they score 3 kills. Send in small block. Portals prime. Lock. Your allies invading the other side. Got enough to pull a prime evil. Thank those moats. Hostiles at the trees.
Okay, y'all, now come over here.
Allies down. Scored a kill.
That's kind of one thing that bugs me, because every single match I play, it's like the moment we can pull a primeval, everybody still hangs around picking up moats and killing stuff. And it's like, y'all to just turn around and come straight over here.
Alright, we can still win this. Burn that prime evil to the ground. Invader on the field. Careful.
Now see, that's useless at this point, because we haven't really dealt any damage to the primeval to warrant trying to slow us down.
Enemy invader down.
Oh, that was a super. But that's the whole issue with playing with randoms, is that you can't really strategize out, because sometimes it's best to hold off going through the portal. If you're ahead. Because you can do more damage waiting and then going through the portal.
Opposing team's about to win.
But we're not going to win this. So he just could have shut his super down.
Team's about to win this. Get through it. Opposing team's about to win. Watch your back. Invader incoming.
Nah, he's got the guy. He's got a 900 too.
Opposing team put their prime evil on ice.
But we did a pretty good catch up from there. Just couldn't pull it off. Like, I'm sure the guy cast his super and most of his super and everything hit the barrier and wasn't able to actually kill the boss. Let's go turn that in and get another one. So it was like, that was completely worthless. See, there's a strategy, and it's like if you stick to that strategy and everybody else to some extent follows that strategy, you win. Because it's like, from the moment you summon your primeval, if the opposing team does not have a primeval, don't worry about sending invaders over, because it's not going to help you out any. But when that person can stand there and help kill the envoys, clear out the ads around the boss, and help deal damage to the boss, you'll win faster than if you go over there to try to slow them down. The only time that you would send an invader over before they summon their primeval, after you've summoned yours, is if they are relatively close to sending theirs. And once you hit 4 envoys killed, don't send an invader over, period. Unless their primeval is up. Because, again, it saves you so much. You can get the boss killed so much faster with that extra person with that times 4 buff than sending them over to slow them down. Next off, you want to go over and invade, but you do not want to use your power weapons or super. Save those to make sure you have the maximum amount of ammo, and you guarantee that you have your super for the boss. Don't use your super or your power weapon until you're at times 4 and times 6. I typically save my super for ×6 and start using power weapon at ×4. Because the damage bonus at ×6 is so high that if everybody casts their supers at the moment you get ×6, the boss as long as the boss is anywhere around half HP, it will typically actually kill him. It will typically just drop him like a fly, and you win. And power weapons and everything, if everybody used their power weapons at ×4, you could likely blend him up and have him out before you have to worry about killing envoys and getting the ×6. I don't even use sniper rifles. But yeah, it's a lot faster to actually win the match and everything if everybody just stays and fights their boss rather than goes to invade the other team. The only time you would want to invade the other team is, and don't do it the moment they summon their primeval like everybody keeps doing. It's like you may want to wait a few moments and everything, so when they start dealing damage to their primeval, you can go over there and just heal up the primeval by killing them. But you still don't want to use your heavy and your super just to pull that off. It's like I have, at best, I've had a 6-game win streak just by pulling this tactic off, and most people, I got lucky, and the people randoms I was teamed up with actually followed the lead on that to some extent. Because they didn't use their power weapons or their supers until we were high up on the number of envoys we killed. Because the more envoys you kill, the more damage you deal to the boss. I have one of those.
Any questions,
I think it's the one I have. I may swap them out. Yeah. I can get some of that later. It won't be hard to get it. Okay, let's try for... See, I'm not sure what the... Let me get the last exotic here. So I'm not sure what the Trials one is, but I would do the Nightfalls. We ran through that Nightfall somewhere rather quickly. That was like one of the best Nightfall plays I had the other day. Like there was no one died. And we just went through there so flawlessly with very little effort. It was great. Like I like teaming up with people who like can hold up their own. Because normally whenever I've run so many of these strikes and stuff, like so often, solo, because my old internet, the NAT was strict, so I was unable to matchmake with anybody. I ran through Nightfalls and strikes solo, and I just got to the point where most of them I could run through, and I never had a death. So it's like I pretty much, except for some of the newer ones that I've never done, because like I haven't done really any of the Shadow Keep. stuff. I didn't have Shadowkeep or Forsaken or anything until like rather recently when they came to Game Pass. But so I haven't really done any of those, and I haven't actually started my Shadowkeep missions much either. I'm not even sure if I finished Forsaken yet. I think I have. Yeah, I think I have, because I did start the Shadowkeep, and I wasn't going to start it until... Let's see, some kind of solar going. I'll clean this out at some point. So that's just a big problem with this game. So when they did that stupid sunsetting, everybody threw away all their stuff, and it's like I had pretty much each element for each weapon type set up so I could use whatever I actually wanted to use for any type of quest like this. And because sunsetting kicked in and you had to throw out all your stuff, you now don't have anything, and you'll never actually get it back until they happen to put it in rotation. And even then they keep putting the same elements on everything and putting them in rotation. It's been forever since I've seen an arc or a solar auto rifle. I guess I really have no choice but to use the multi-tool. I don't really like this gun. The clip empties out way too fast. Then the recoil kind of sucks too. Still need a high value target. There was that one earlier, but I didn't get the kill. But whatever. I kind of hope that they upgrade the Vanguard stuff to be like the Crucible and Gambit, where you don't have to turn the tokens in anymore. Completing strikes and nightfalls and all just earns you experience towards the next level up. And as it levels up, not only do you get that free legendary, but it gives you rewards as well. This way for PvE players, they can still collect the shards and the prisms and stuff like that as well. And not put such a focus on them actually doing nightfalls to actually get anywhere with it either, because that's stupid. Because not everybody can do the nightfalls. I would say regardless of whether you're doing nightfalls and what difficulty it is, or whether you're doing strikes, it's like just set it up just like Crucible and Gambit, and you just get experience per win. And if you don't succeed on the strike, like you exit or something, you just don't get nothing. I also think trials should maybe be set up the same way too. Because I think trials and Iron Banner, if they set them up that exact same way, that it rewards you as you rank up, but it doesn't like punish you for getting any losses or anything. Like instead of the trial cards, if you just played trials and every time you win you happen to earn experience, you rank up and you get a free trial piece of gear or weapon or whatever from the engram, instead of getting tokens you turn in and stuff like that. And instead of like cards for bonuses and all, they just as you ranked up you could collect the rewards like in Crucible, and I think more people would play Trials. And Iron Banner, if it worked the same way, a lot more people would actually stop and play Iron Banner too. And they need to stop making the Iron Banner quest such a piece of crap. It's way too long and difficult for lesser skilled and PvE players to run through. just so you can start collecting your rewards for playing Iron Banner. You have to complete that quest, and that quest a lot of times is crap. They make it way too difficult and long, and it's like you can't start collect rewards or anything in Iron Banner until you complete it. And whereas Trials is every weekend, Iron Banner is just for 1 week every month, and I actually think Iron Banner should hang around 1 weekend and Trials should be the other weekend, and it comes and goes like that, instead of Iron Banner being once a week. I think a lot of people, because more people play Iron Banner than Trials, and Bungie keeps trying to shove Trials down everybody's throat. And it's like, but the biggest problem with Trials is really not the rewards or the difficulty of it, because I know they've tried to fix that to encourage people to play. It's these sweaty tryhards that actually play Trials that causes the problems. It's like lesser skilled players can't get in and do anything because no one's sitting back and relaxing like you can find in Crucible and all to complete the quest or get your wins, and because all these like really skilled Crucible players who like again, they're just tryhards. They hop into Trials and then they have no chill. They don't sit back and relax. They take Trials way too seriously.
Culture's all military these days. Used to be they were easier to kill. Transmat
And I just don't really like it.
and drop those motes in the bank.
I just want to hit rank 4 at the very least and get some upgrade modules.
Hostiles inbound beach.
And hopefully, I think with the next season they were talking about adding stasis weapons. I hope we actually get some exotics that work with our stasis as well. Because we don't have really any exotics that actually help out stasis.
Incoming wave at the ruins.
Or at least they update some older exotics to work with stasis. Like, I believe it's called Chromatic Fire for the Warlocks. It's like when you get a precision kill, it creates an elemental explosion for the element of the weapon that you got the kill with. And it's like, if that worked with stasis to deal stasis damage, that would be nice. I'm not sure how they're going to work stasis element, because I'm not sure if they're going to do the new stasis element as can slow and then freeze, or just slow an enemy as you deal damage. Thank you for taking the kill. Positing my moat since there's an invader.
Hunt it down. Put some rounds. Enemy invader down.
Okay, he killed the invader. But
Portal's prime.
okay, they got the blocker. I've also ended up with quite a few teams that didn't care about taking out the blockers, which caused us to lose as well. But like, okay, back to stasis though. I'm not sure if they're going to do stasis where it can slow and then freeze as you deal damage, or if they're going to add like stasis element shields and it will just function like our light elements. But there, a lot of people were saying that if it could slow and freeze, that they didn't want it in the game. Which honestly, I don't really mind that. But I think if using it just like a normal element could work, because for all these bounties that want you to get stasis kills and everything, it will help out a lot.
Watch your back. Invader incoming. Portal's ready. Go say hello. Allies headed to the other side. Invaders off the field. Your invader's dead. Sending him back. Hey, you're losing Morse. Ice the blocks. Opposing team summon fire. If they kill it, they win this. Portal's ready. Grab it. Allies headed to the other side.
But I could see that maybe doing stasis shielded enemies and take the existing enemies, they're all bosses that use stasis, and giving them stasis shields. I think that would work and would still fit in within the game.
Your invader's back. No kills on either side. Your
Just
ready. Summon that primeval.
just start having
You can still win this. Burn that primeval to the ground. Convoys 8. Now devour that primeval. You're ahead.
oh, there's hobgoblins over there. I didn't know they were there. I wasn't watching the radar. But yeah, hopefully when they do that though, they do
Enemy invader is down. You can breathe. You gained the lead. That primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down. Take this game. You've got style, sister.
and an upgrade module. But yeah, I just hope that when they do that, they also tweak some exotics or add some new exotics that actually help out the stasis subclass.
These guys all the way out.
Because there is none. Even the exotics that they added with the expansion doesn't even work. Like, it's not stasis specific. Keep that. I gotta upgrade now. Thank you. Now that will actually stand up. Oh, and this also, the Guardians defeated also counts in Gambit too, so. But yeah, like, Chromatic Fire does an elemental explosion when you get pretty sure it's a precision kill with an energy weapon. And it's like, if they add stasis weapons and update, and it says with a light subclass, so they obviously meant to leave stasis out of it. But if they just go ahead and add stasis to it, since it just deals an elemental damage and stasis element doesn't, it's in itself apply slow and freeze effects. It's a status effect that comes from the ability in all itself. Because like shooting somebody with a solar gun doesn't necessarily burn them, for example. So stasis weapons don't actually have to slow and freeze. But then you could use that with with the new stasis guns, and it'd basically add like a dragonfly effect to it, and it'll be something you could use with your stasis weapons and stasis subclass. Because your stasis subclass, if the stasis weapons have, if there's some fragments or something that can be triggered through using stasis weapons, that'll give stasis weapons a use, even if they don't have, even if they don't add enemies with stasis shields. So you'll always deal default damage to enemy shields, but if you could trigger your stasis abilities, that'll make the guns useful.
Vex on the field.
Because you can trigger your stasis abilities with them. But we don't have any details on it, because all they've said was that they were going to add stasis weapons. They just never really said when they were going to do it. But it would probably be with either this coming up season or the season after, I'm sure. Because they don't normally talk about stuff so far ahead. Or it'd be with the new expansion. But I'd wish they added and explored a little bit and kind of showed off the players ahead of time, even if it's just a season pass exotic. And if the exotic poses too much of an issue in PvP, instead of nerfing it like they like to do, they could just start banning exotics from being used in PvP, period. Like Heir Apparent. Because then it can stay useful in PvE, but you can't use it in PvP where it's too unbalanced. I guess I'll have to end up hanging back and keeping an eye on the blockers. Nobody else is apparently doing it. I had no idea where he was. 7th Seraph Saul. I've never seen that. I think it's a machine gun. I can't really make out the icon. My eyes still haven't fully recovered from poison ivy. Yeah, I was clearing out a spot to plant onions, because you can use like the leaves from it in place of the onion. As seasoning and stuff. So I was planting onions, and I was clearing out an area in the yard, and like I knew the poison ivy was there. And I'm highly allergic to poison ivy, but I've been in poison ivy he's in there.
Small blocks outback.
That's the guy with the machine gun again. That's a pretty accurate machine gun if we're just being fair. But it's like I've been over the last few years or so, I've been getting into poison ivy, and I would never get even a single bump, regardless of how much contact I came in with it. So I figured it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Just like wow.
Get it. About your target got away.
Aren't all the white glowing things high value targets? But yeah, I got into the
Opposing team summoned a prime. If they kill it, they win this.
poison ivy and really didn't think much of it.
Hostiles inbound at the steps.
Like I was just gonna walk through it and stuff, and like while I was using the shovel and clearing out an area and doing the dirt up and everything to plant them, moving them closer to the house. We got a fairly decent like plot of land, but I was planting them over an area where we used to have like a there used to be a vegetable garden. So, like now they're just growing up next to the house where they're easier to get to. It's just a lot quicker to check on them and get to them than to go outside the fence and all the way around to the side of the yard over there.
You're close. Build a bank, you get a primey. Incoming.
Especially since there's like,
Portal's ready. Don't say hello.
can't really clear out all of the poison ivy out from over there with the trees that we have growing. Because we can't get a lawnmower through any of that.
I got a call. Enemy team melted their primey.
So I ended up getting it, and I rubbed my eyes. And so for like 2 or 3 days, my eyes were like really puffy and sore. And it was horrible. They're actually still kind of, they're not really puffy. They're still kind of watery and all though. There's not really much I can do about it though. And people complain about like bright dust. You get plenty of bright dust.
Effects on the field. Must be bad guys. You ever kill effects? I mean, truly. I'm not convinced they don't just get rebuilt. Alright, hold on to something. Kill the hostiles. Grab the moats, drop them in the bank.
Where'd the engram go? There was a guy standing over here. Did he not stop to clear out the blockers? See, that's what I was talking about. It's like a lot of times, like primarily, typically when I lose my matches is due to people not clearing out blockers. And now they all ran over there to clear out blockers, and it's like, there was no reason for that. It doesn't take but one person to clear out the blockers. Now everybody over here is dead.
Invaders out. You'll get 'em next time. Watch it. You're shedding moats. Kill the block.
Like, cause instead of fanning out to clear out enemies to collect moats, everybody decided to gather over here to take out a few blockers, and I needed that for the bounty, and we're not going to win this, so. Like, yeah, when they do the blockers and everybody rushes over and there's an intruder, it just kind of sets you up to get slaughtered. There's no way we're actually going to win from here, so.
players out. You'll get them next time. Your allies back.
Sometimes you just get paired with poor teams. But I don't take it real seriously. If we lose, it doesn't make much of a difference. The only time it gets a little stressful to lose is later on whenever, I think it's like 12,000 and up on infamy. If you lose a match, you actually don't get any infamy at all. But at least whenever we lose the match here, we get a little bit. We get about a third of what we normally would, I think. I think it's 100 per win. I think it's like 100 and 12,000. It's like 200 plus a win, but you don't get anything for a loss. I'm gonna cash in this bounty. Which a loss is the same as completing a bounty, because the bounties are all 30 also. Okay, well I got like plus 80 on that one, so that's not so bad. Thought it was like, well, like that's what I said, like 200 plus, because typically I was getting 200 a match, but I was also getting one match I got like 222 and stuff like that. So your experience varies a little bit, I guess, based on your performance. I'm gonna go do these engrams, and I'm sure gnawing hunger is out of the rotation, but I'd still like to see if I can get one with demolitionist, I'll be happy. That's all I want. There's very few auto rifles and stuff that actually comes with demolitionist. There is not actually that many guns at all that come with demolitionist. And most of them's out of rotation right now, so you can't get them. Awesome, I need to take a bathroom break here too. Grab me another drink. I'm tired of getting armor from this. I have never once opened one of those engrams and had anything worth keeping out of it. Not a single time. Okay, while this loads up, I want to take a quick break to go to the bathroom, grab my drink, and I'll be right back. Now I'm back.
What can I do for you, Warlock?
Trials doesn't have why does it keep doing that? Leave my extensions alone.
Speak to me not of the darkness.
Every time I turn around,
Ignorance is a privilege.
Destiny 2 extension has enabled itself. I want my Streamlabs extension on. Destiny 2 extension has enabled itself. My mic sounds like crap. But that's also because I'm using the Xbox mic and not actually using my mic.
Guardian, what puzzles do you bear?
Takes the glow effect off though, because it's one of the older shaders. But I now need to find a new shader set.
We aim to back things with us.
Because I really just don't like that yellow. When the new transmog and stuff comes out, it'll be great. I don't mind that so much. Okay, how much do I have left on my solar kills? Oh, I barely have anything left on it at all. So, we'll come down here and we'll grab our reward from the drifter. This shader took my glow off my armor. Hopefully when they do the new season and everything, they upgrade the shaders to have their glow effect.
How you living?
I'll at some point need to unlock all this. Complete the Gambit weekly challenge. Complete the Gambit weekly challenge. Reset your infinity 3 times. I'm not sure if that 2 times like stacks over between seasons, or it has to be like 2 and 3 times per season. When I rank up again, I'll have some more upgrade modules. See, if I come over here, that's crap. Some of these don't have a glow effect. And whereas on the armor it actually removes the glow effect, it'll actually just straight up turn your band here black. Which I think would be kind of cool if it wasn't so dark. See, the sword blade and stuff disappears too. So I don't mind taking it off. The transmog system, when it comes out, we only got like 2 weeks to wait. It'll be really cool. Otherwise, I just collect the shaders and use them, but since that system's coming out, I might as well not waste the legendary shards on it. Turn in these medals, and then we'll do some more Gambit. And until I get some really decent armor pieces and stuff, I don't really care about maxing them out. Because it wouldn't do me any good if I just swapped them out later. I think like the highest armor piece that I have ever seen stat-wise before I add my stat mod to it is 70. With my stat mod it was 80. And as long as I can get it, I primarily just want really high discipline. So this here is a 10-point stat increase for discipline. This thing originally only had 2 discipline on it, but it had such a high power over the one I was already using. It's like I swapped it out for the improved power. I typically don't swap out unless any armor piece, unless swapping it out and adding the stat mod kept my discipline at 100 and up. If I could just find a really just perfect armor piece when it comes to discipline, like that one's 17 discipline, I'd be really happy. Like my grenades, I use my grenades way too often to worry about anything else. I don't really use melee much, or supers. Or my riffs for that matter. I don't really use anything but grenades. If I had to choose a secondary stat I would like to boost up, because I know it's possible, it is completely possible at the very best with perfect gear setup, you can get 3 stats of your choosing to 100. In which case I would like intellect, recovery, and discipline. But my primary thing is just getting discipline to 100, and then recovery for my rift, and then intellect for my super. I don't use my super a whole lot, but if it was possible to charge my super up really quick, I may use it more often than what I do. I typically just use it as a finisher or ad clearing. But I need to actually find some decent armor first. And I can't do raids. Because you can't do matchmaking for raids, and the raids are... I don't feel like sitting here for hours going through a mission just to come out with little to show for it at the end. Because you're not guaranteed a raid specific exotic or anything like that. It's like maybe at some point I will also stream a little bit of the game I'm working on for as a hobby and time passer. It's a PC game. Probably won't stream any of the development process for it, but as soon as I get enough of it playable. Because at the moment I have your like hub set up where you're gonna go for all your like markets and stuff like that. Even though not all the NPCs are added, I have like 2 or 3 small quests added. just like miscellaneous stuff, like a little girl, her cat fell in the water, go find her cat. Old lady wants some carrots, just gotta bring her a bag of carrots. Which there's an enemy creature that has a chance to drop carrots if you kill it, but you can also just get them from your garden during. Actually, I'm not sure what season the game spawns carrots. Because the stuff you get from your garden changes based on the season in game. But I got that done. I got the first quest set up.
Invaders back and they scored a kill.
Ah! I didn't know there was a captain right behind me, even though he wasn't what killed me. Yeah, the game, story-wise, just like a little isekai adventure. But I'm thinking of maybe swapping that over. But it's like, ugh. Of course he was going to kill me. Even though there's no reason for him to be over here. Whoops. But I'm actually kind of debating now. I haven't really been working on it much because I'm kind of debating on if I maybe want to take it from being like one of your little isekai games type thing, like isekai anime style, like story, or do I want your character to be actually playing a game and able to log in and out of the game and do stuff in, like, you know, the real world? If so, I have to go back and make some adjustments, but it wouldn't be like that bad. I gotta get a new gold medal thing. Because, like, you get to choose your gender. And then you get to choose, like, all of your other characters. What gender are they? So, you know, if you're a dude and you like girls, you're a guy with your own harem. If you're a girl who likes guys, and you have your little reverse harem going on. If you like those of the same gender, you have that option too. And after you get in the game and as you unlock your characters, you do have the ability to, from your player home, change their gender so you have a mixture of males and females based on which gender you prefer for each character class. And I've got all the character classes and their like animations and stuff made up already. I'm just trying to just choose like which direction I actually want the game to go before I work on it anymore. Because if I keep it like the way it is now, I can just... there really isn't anything to, you know, change, so I can just continue working on it. But if I want it to go more of a your character is playing a game in the game kind of situation, I guess, so you sort of think like SAO, I need to add, you know, the real modern world maps and input a system for changing over between the two. And if I go with that, then any save that was made from an earlier version will be not incompatible and won't load. Which you should get a message when you try to load it up anyway. So before I get too far into testing and stuff like that, I would also like not to screw up my test save too much. But yeah, I just gotta figure it all out first. But I may stream a little of my gameplay and stuff when I have enough of it done to actually play it. How close am I to getting my modules from here? I'll just have to remember that if I do it, I do need to turn the music off. I'm sure that the music that I am using for it is copyrighted. But the game is kind of dull if you don't have a little bit of music playing in the back. I'm not sure if it'll actually copyright me if I turn the volume of in-game music down so you can't really hear it.
You ready to bang knuckles?
120 out of 400. I really need to. I also need to go to, I think it's the Dreaming City, and click the resource there. I need the Illumina hand cannon. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours? And I need, I think, around 75 resource for the Lumina. I wish this thing didn't flash just because you had a cipher. It's the most annoying thing. Yeah, 75. I want to work on this one. I need another shard. I think the Lumina is what I'm going to go for first. Because I have more use of that since I don't really use snipers. But I'm a lot closer to getting a sniper. I need 4 of these. It's kind of expensive though, and I don't wanna. I really don't want to pay for those, because I like to keep those cores for upgrading stuff. I know I can get cores from the Gambit down here. I'm not even going to check Crucible, because there's just no way I'm going to be able to rank up and at any decent speed from there. I suck at PvP. I know I can get the prisms from here too. At 13 and 16. So if I hit 16 again, I'll get an exotic and I'll be able to get Isanagi's Burden. And I'll be able to collect this package. But that's a long trek back up to 16. I already collected a shard from it there. I guess I could check Crucible and see. But I just completely suck at the PvP of this. Especially with that hand cannon shotgun meta going on. And then now that they've passed out Heir Apparent to everybody because they made it so easy to get. Like a couple of Crucible matches I ran through earlier, everybody was just running around with Heir Apparent. The moment they picked up any heavy ammo, I mean, it's an easy 10 plus kills. And you got that arc shield up that you really can't damage. Some people was like, well, once the arc shield breaks, it should explode and kill the person using it. But I've seen the arc shield break and it not kill the player. And they're like, well, arc eats the shield up real quick. And it's like, yeah, but I'm also using my arc soul and everything, and I can tell you, arc does not do much to that shield. Like, I guess they may have had the catalyst and everything to make that shield more durable, but yeah, arc does not break that shield that easy. And after just a couple of shots of the gun, you're dead. I mean, they really need to ban it from PvP. Rank 5. I can get my next one at 16. I only get 2 of those because there's a stupid emblem there. Went around in Showdown. Defeat 2 opponents in a single life. I'll never be able to get that one for sure. Cast my super twice. If I hop into Rumble, I should be able to do that real easy. But this doesn't help out much anyway, because either way I'm looking at trying to get to 16. I kind of wish that they would update Vanguard over here to work the same way. I don't think you can get the prisms and shards in trials. I mean, I could adjust my ghost that instead of getting upgrade modules, I have a chance of getting a prism if I win a Gambit match. But the prisms are like really hard to get in that way. Because I did the one for strikes and went through and completed loads of strikes and never even saw one. Completed like 30 of them, didn't see one. It's too, either the chance is too small or RNG is just pitiful. It's like, yeah, you don't get nothing for this. Trials, engram, and tokens. See, there's no matchmaking for trials, though, is there? So, for being honest, I would actually maybe give it a shot if... I don't know what the heck I was doing. I could, matchmake.
I have received little sparrow from Miss Hall. It is a fast ball.
Hold on, let me Google search it. It doesn't say there's matchmaking on here. Okay, it does have a matchmaking system, but it's not your traditional, you're just going to get randomly paired up. You're going to get randomly paired up based on your losses and wins. So you're going to get paired up with players similar to your stats. Because I don't even know how long Trials of Osiris before it goes out. Defeat 25 opponents, get 20 scout rifle kills, grenade launcher, kinetic weapons, 100 opponents with precision damage. This one here is just complete matches and rounds. Win to get the most progress. Awards the 3-win challenge reward from this week, plus it gives me Valor rank for Crucible. It gives me some trial tokens that I can cash in over here and a trial engram. They take legendary shards. With 0 losses, your 3rd win grants a bonus win. And it forgives 1 loss per run. Requires the 5-win challenge. Increased tokens reaching 3, 5, and 7 wins on a ticket. Grants bonus XP from trial wins, scaling with the number of wins on a ticket. Grants bonus rewards from flawless chest. If you get the 7 wins without a loss. Looks like I would probably go with that one, so I'd probably get teamed up with people who also... See, that there doesn't give an engram either, they just give tokens. Well, Trials comes and hang around like every weekend, so I don't actually think I have much time besides a few hours for that, but I'll maybe try Trials after this. Hop back. Instead of hopping back into Gambit, let's just go grab what I need for here. I may have to start posting on Twitter some. I gotta actually make more character art because I only have the unarmored and armored art for the female lead character and the unarmored art for the male character done. And I need to make the art for the rest of them.
Still fighting the good fight, I see.
Yeah, what kind of stuff can I get from here? Complete the mission Oracle Engine. Legendary gear, Dark Fragment, complete daily balance. Complete 2 public events.
Good choice.
We're going to do that because I'm about to go collect that stuff. Defeat 100 enemies, sure. A lost sector explored. Toland located.
I thought you might like that one.
Those are just quests. I can just take those and complete those at any point. Complete activities. Complete the Ascendant Challenge. Complete 2 public events. I'm not sure if I'll hit public events, but I guess if I run across one.
Serve you well. Farewell. Put me through the paladin rite.
Brought us here to collect 75 of this. Completing any of those will help speed this along, though. Oh, I also need to swap my gun back out. There's a chest underground here, meaning there's a cave somewhere. I have not played on this map a lot, so I'm not sure where everything is. Chest down here too, that's 5 more. That one's got 3 in it. Oops. Of course, your down quest doesn't even really give anything. Chest up here. The Oracle Engine quest is down here. Sure, we can hit that too. It's free legendary, and I can collect the resource along the way.
The Taken have seized control of our observatory. I will set their sights on the Oracle Engine.
The space road.
Where is this thing going? Did the hiccups. God dang it. I got smacked off the edge. And I threw my grenade too. There it is. Pick up the extra rocket I just used.
Guardian, what's your status?
Approaching the observatory now.
I'm trying to send you some back. Bear with us.
Ah, I'm stuck on the wall. I should blow up and hit some of the goblins smacking that thing. That damn shield. Oh. Didn't mean to throw it.
Patrick, come in. Observatory's clear. No damage to the probe.
Good. That's good. But I can't shake the feeling that we're really outnumbered. First the relics. Now the observatory. I just don't see how it adds up.
It may not. The Hive aren't renowned for their strategy. Neither are the Taken.
I suppose that's true. Good work anyway.
a minute?
What the? Where did that come from? The chest in here. Oh, there's resource right here too. And a resource right there. See, I kind of know what armor I actually want to farm up. There's no one of those. I love the ghost mods they have. Need 2 public events, but those are going to be a little... I'll mark you. 'Cause that'll be one of the public events, which will give me some more... resource. And I slid off the rock. That's wonderful. Okay. Over here now. Thank you.
Glad to see you're still in the fight.
What was I coming over here for?
I'm reading a spike in stellar neutrinos. Watch for the
Oh yeah, I thought I had to go here for the quest. Okay, let's do... this here. Ah, finally I died. I need 5 more, and that quest is complete. Like I said, gathering resources isn't hard since I swapped over to this. There's another one over here. Another chest over here. Out of the 200 I needed, I have... I just need 5 more. I just need 2 more of the resource there. Huh. Wait, the region chests are no longer marked by Ghost Mod. Oh, that's good to know. There's one up there. I'll cash that one in. Which will give me all I needed. That tracker makes it so easy to find. Chests and resources, it's crazy. Okay. Let's go back to the tower now. That didn't take as long as I expected. Now I can get my gun. I'll set my bot up to post in other channels also. But I have it through Twitch. And we can post the 3 Twitch channels. I need my Lumina pistol. There we go. I can test out that build in a little bit. I actually don't need those. Oh. While charged with light, defeating combatants with melee damage and swords spawns an orb of power for you and your allies. Consumes 1 stack of charge with light. So I guess that means the reset has happened. If so, then Zero should be gone. That also means I want to go check for the mods for the season before hopping off here in a minute. Oh, he's still here. I can't pick up an exotic cipher quest because I turned mine in. Let's see, weapon-wise, what am I missing? I'm missing the Arbalest, the Black Talon, and Tractor Cannon. So I'm only missing 3 weapons. And when it comes to Warlock armor, I'm only missing 1 armor, and that's the Wings of Sacred Dawn. Dawnblade is equipped, aiming weapons while you're in mid-air suspends you there for a short time, improving airborne accuracy, reducing incoming flinch, and granting damage resistance. Weapon hits extend this effect duration. Oh wait, no, I have this one too. Converse hold. Improved charging for void grenades. So I actually have 2 armors and 3 weapons left. And then I'll start picking up repeats. Which means hoping for better stat rolls on armor. And the weapons don't make a difference, I can tear them apart. Okay. Let me check out, see if there's any new... Oh wait, I have engrams anyway to check on. Next time I plan on play if when I get affiliate I'm gonna play PSO. Or I guess I could just do it for a follower thing beforehand. Play PSO, and for like every follower I get, or if I'm an affiliate, every subscriber, I'll do like a 100 gotcha draw on there. Because I have enough already for, I could do, I think 16 100 draws. More gloves. Gloves is not really the thing I need. Even though that's got really good discipline, I got gloves already. Because that would have been plus 30 discipline, but it's like, it doesn't help me with my build. I'm using exotic gloves. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to stop the stream here because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours, it looks like. How much is 3 hours? Yeah, I've been streaming for 3 hours. So, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the meantime. Because I'd like to do something other than just stream Gambit, but I really need to stream. Really need to do Gambit because I need to reset my Gambit at least one more time before the season ends. Because I would like to get that those prisms so I can get that shard. So I go ahead and have an Ascendant shard for next week. When I get my cipher from Zur, so I can get another exotic. And I just need those prisms. So I think I can do it where I can get prisms from Gambit too. This, right? And oh, it's for 6 points. Crucible. Enhancement prisms. Like I said, fine. I got 3 exotic ghosts I plan on masterworking and changing them up for specific uses. To help out with Crucible strikes and Vanguard farming. But, okay, I'm going to stop this here. And I'm going to work on my little Discord bot some too. Let's see. I gotta put